Hello everybody! It's your good friend Grayer back here once again. And guess what? The list has returned! Yay! Yup, that's right. To kick off this return for the lists, I'm gonna be giving you my list for all Dan Schneider shows, live action, from Nickelodeon, from worst to best, in my opinion. Now, of course, if you like or hate any of these shows, I can handle your opinion. So, now, just to remind you, this is not going to be on any sort of piece of paper or, like, anything like that. Nah, I have a surprise for you guys. I'm going to be using my notebook for this. Yep, this is interesting. First time I'm showing this on my YouTube channel, so cool. Yep, so I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on this notebook here, from this notebook here. So, let's open this sucker up, and let's give you my thoughts. Dan Schneider shows worst to best. Without further ado, let's get this list started. At number 10, I have Henry Danger. Okay, this show just seems boring to me. I mean, it's a show about Kid Danger and his dad. They basically, like, team up to solve crimes or something. Oh my god, this show sucks. It's one of the worst live-action Nickelodeon shows ever. And yes, this is only counting Dan Schneider ones. It's not counting any other live-action shows made by other people. So, shows like Nicky, Ricky, Dicky, and Dawn, Side Hustle, and all those shows are not going to be included. But this show is just terrible. I never liked it. I tried watching an episode. It's boring. It's just a boring show. So, that's number 10, Henry Danger. Super boring. Coming in at number 9, I have Zoe 101. Oh goodness. And I thought this was a show that involved Victoria Justice, but nuh-uh, it's not that. I can't even tell what this show's about. I mean, is it... I don't think it's a sitcom. I tried watching a couple clips because they had Jeanette McCurdy and Drake Bell in it, but they were just like special guests or something. This show is weird. This is one of Dan Schneider's weirdest shows ever. I never liked it. What else is there to say about it? It's boring. It's just bad. That's just my opinion, though. If you like it, that's fine. That's all I have to say. Number 9, Zoe 101. Boring show. Coming in at number 8, I have Game Shakers. Now, I'll admit it. The only thing I do like about this show is the fact that they had the cast of a show we're going to get into really later into this video. It's called Game Shippers. And that's a pretty good episode. That's like the only episode of the show I like. Every other episode's boring as heck. And what's the point about it? You just have a cast of 5 and they basically just play games or make games in general. Oh my goodness. I like video games, but the games these guys make are just horrible. I can tell. I mean, there's this one with a goat or something. What? Whatever you do, don't talk about what the goat did. Anyways, that's all I have to say. This show is just bad in my opinion. Number 8, Game Shakers. Now at number 7, I have the late good Victorious. Yeah, this show's not good at all. Actually, it's not too bad, but still, it's just not that good. I'll admit it. There are some good characters, like Victoria herself. I like that kid with the puppet. That's actually funny. It's just stupid. Why does a kid have a puppet going on with him? It's just dumb. I'll admit it, this show's not too bad, but it's still a bad show. I gotta admit it. There's some things funny about it. I mean, they had a freaking crossover with the show we're gonna get into later. Way later, like I said. But this show is just not good. It's not my taste. I agree with Do Not. It's terrible. Yeah, so number 7, Victorious, it's not a good show to me. Number 6, Salmon Cat. Oh goodness. I mean, this show is... I mean, this show's okay, but there's some stupid characters in this show. Like that guy who talks like, "Oh my god, I have mouthwash! Awesome! Go, go, go!" Oh my god, I hate that guy. And I also hate the grandmother. She's just so dumb. She reminds me of that mom from 2.5 Men, but a way more stupider version of her. At least, I think her name's Evelyn. At least she's more funnier than this freaking grandma from Salmon Cat. She's terrible. But some of the characters I do like are Sam herself, of course, and Dice is a pretty cool character. Cat, she just talks way, way, way too high pitched. Even my mom hates her. She talks like, "Hey, I'm Cat, I like stairs." Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, this show's mediocre, that's what I'll call it. It only ran for 39 episodes and like 1 or 2 seasons. That's all I have to say. Number 6, Salmon Cat. Pretty weird show. Alright, now we're at the halfway mark. Coming in at number 5, this is all that, this is all that. This show is good, actually. I've barely seen it, and that new version sucks, but it's actually good. Like I said, it involves 2 guys we're going to get into later that has a show with themselves, and the sketches they do are just cool. It's funny. I heard the older All That was good, but the newer All That from the 2000s suck. I've never seen it, but I'll have to agree with them that they're terrible. That's really all I have to say about this. I took a look at the opening. I believe it's made by Dan Schneider, so yes. This is my 5th favorite show from him, so there you go. There's nothing else I have to say about this. Number 5 goes to All That. Now, number 4, we have another show with 2 very popular guys in. Please welcome The Amanda Show. I've barely seen any of the show, much of the show, but I've seen a few things about it, especially 2 guys we're also going to get into later, and it's just a cool show. I mean, the jokes they make are funny, the sketches are funny, and the fact that it has our 2 loyal guys we're going to get into later in the show is just amazing. And I never knew that this was their first appearance, but nah, it is. It is their first appearance in not just a show, but Nickelodeon in general. And even my dad likes the show. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of the main character Amanda, or it's due to the fact that Belle and Peck are in the show. I don't know, but he likes it. It's cool though. Yeah, this show's nice. It's fine. It's not one of my favorites, but it's a fine show. It's cute. It's probably funnier than All That because I'm more used to it, so yep, there you go. Number 4 goes to The Amanda Show. Pretty cute show. Now we're on to the top 3. And you guys should already know what my top 3 favorite Dan Schneider shows are, so let's not beat around the bush and get this and complete the list. Number 3 is Keenan Kill. Yep, the 2 guys from All That have their own show. And it's funny. And you guys know what the funny thing is? You know all these dark shows now with these, I don't know how to say it, but colored people. It's just all racist and stuff. This show is not racist in the slightest. I haven't even seen Keenan or Kel make a single really bad joke. Never. And I'm really happy. And even though Dan Schneider's in the show, I'm shocked there's no foot jokes in here. That's weird. Still cool at the same time though. But yeah, this show's funny. I love the episodes, especially that one episode where Keenan was at the graduation when he was not supposed to be there. He was wearing orange, and as he was running up on stage, I laughed so hard the way he ran up out of nowhere and he just pushed someone out of the way and just got the diploma. That was funny. The other characters in the show are good too. It's just a great show. I like it now. Even though I'm not the perfect, well, audience. It doesn't matter. People like me can watch it too. So there you go. Number 3, Keenan and Kill. Now you guys are going to be very shocked with this next number. Number 2, Drake and Josh. Now, I already know the whole thing of Drake being in jail. And for some reason, ever since that happened, some people, including Cobra Awesome, hates the show now. They're thinking, oh my god, Drake's in jail now? I cannot support Drake and Josh anymore. This show sucks. I'm sorry. This show's terrible. Well, I'm not like that. I can agree that Drake did some pretty bad things in this show and in person, in real life. But does that still make the show bad? Of course not. The show's still funny. Like, the humor is hilarious, and the characters, Drake, Josh, Megan, Audrey, and Walter, they're freaking hilarious, man. They're kind of like my family, because, you know, I have a brother, a mom, and a dad. I just don't have a sister, though. Oh. That would be nice, though, if that did happen, so our family would be exactly like Drake and Josh's family. But the episodes in this show are hilarious, and the jokes they make are just super funny. And yes, this show, I would name some jokes, but oh god, I'm probably forgetting about them at this moment. Oh, probably at the end of this video I'll probably think about them, but I don't know. But to top it all off, Drake and Josh is a very funny show. And I feel bad for the people who hate it now because Drake's in jail. At least some people still like it, like me. So yeah, number 2, Drake and Josh. Oh, before I move on, I didn't forget this. These guys appeared on The Amanda Show first before this show. And that's cool. I mean, you know what shocks me the most? The Amanda Show was made around the early 2000s, and Josh sounded like a little kid. But in 2004, he started growing up a little. But in 2008, he turned into a very, like, grown-up dude. How do you go from that? 2002, you're a little kid, and then in 2008, you grow up into a man? Trust me. Okay, I can understand that. Maybe he was like 10 when he was on The Amanda Show, and then in 2008, Merry Christmas, Drake and Josh, he was like 17 or something. Not like 16. I can understand, but how can you grow that fast? Like, seriously. Drake was growing up a little, but he still looks the same. So weird. So yeah. And that was their first appearance, and that was funny. I liked them in there. They, honestly, if it wasn't for Drake and Josh, I wouldn't be liking The Amanda Show. But thanks to them being in there, I kind of like it a little, so yay. So again, like I said, number 2, Drake and Josh. Now, you guys should already know what my number 1 favorite show from Dan Schneider is. You're going to be very shocked as heck when you hear this. But my number 1 favorite Dan Schneider show of all time, and a show I remembered from my childhood for some reason, shocking, is iCarly. Yep. This is the best Dan Schneider show I've ever seen. But before we get on to my opinion on it, I got a few facts about this show. So, remember how I said that these guys appeared in other stuff? Well, let's talk about the first one. This show had, I wouldn't say a crossover, but they had a normal titled episode with them, Game Shippers. They were trying to solve the iCarly mystery, and they had to see Nathan Kress, aka Freddie Benson, from iCarly. That was cool. That was a good episode from Game Shippers, like I said. But as I said before, the show sucks. I hate it. And of course, Victorious. Yep, this show actually had a crossover with Victorious. And even though I don't like Victorious that much, that was a really dope crossover. That's probably the only Victorious episode I actually like. Yes, the other episodes, I don't. Sorry. Anyways, now on to my opinion on this show. It is the best. This show just has some of the best humor ever. I mean, some people say it's a girl show, which is not. Bruh. Jerry Trainor is one of the best actors in Nickelodeon history. So, to see his funny humor in a show like this show's not for girls at all. I'm pretty sure boys like me watch this too. I mean, yeah, sure, Carly and Sam act girlish at times, but does that make this show girly? Of course not! And Freddie Benson's a cool guy too. Like, he's funny and stuff. But Jerry Traynor just happens to be my favorite character. He's so funny. And as I said in my top 20 favorite shows list video, he was also in Drake and Josh starring as Crazy Steve. And one of the best scenes I love about him in that episode where they were doing the storm is the fact that he was watching Dora the Explorer. It was like, come on Dora, you're the one with the map, don't ask me. Wow. Jerry Traynor's something else. It's no wonder why Nickelodeon gave him the position to be the host of their new show, Tuned In, which is pretty decent, not gonna lie. You just have some stupid Loud House fans. Screw that show, it sucks. Anyways, this show is amazing. And yes, with that goat thing I talked about before, it's in this show. There's a literal episode of this show where they mention the goat at a petting zoo, and Carly keeps saying to her friends, "Don't talk about what the goat did!" That is hilarious, man. So hilarious. There's really not much else I can say about the show, other than the other characters. Gibby's not a really good character, sorry. Mrs. Benson just acts like a motherly figure to Freddie, which, of course, because that's her son, but still, she only cares for him and no one else. She's so selfish, I'm sorry. I like the principals in the show. Principal Franklin. I don't know, I'm sorry to make fun of this guy, but for some reason, the way he moves when he's talking and walking, I'll give you a small example. He does like this. Okay, Carly, Sam, you guys are suspended for 1 week. I won't have to see you in the school for a little bit. Thank you. Oh, goodness. Oh. I apologize for that. But anyways, the other characters in the show, like Neville's cool. And the others, they're fine. There's too many characters I don't want to name in this video, but they're all pretty good. So anyways, to top this off, iCarly is the best Dan Schneider show ever made, and it's not girly at all. Sure, it has some foot jokes in here, but Dan Schneider's the one with the fetish of foots, so it doesn't matter. It's cool. I'm cool with it. So yeah, number 1, iCarly, the best Dan Schneider show I've ever seen. And it's part of my childhood. And that sums up all the Dan Schneider shows, live action, from Nickelodeon, from worst to best. Thank you all for watching this, and make sure you smack that like button, subscribe, so I can get the community posts. Please. Tabs. And that's it. Stay tuned for my next list video where I explain my opinions from worst to best of every main Baby Looney Tunes character coming up. So, peace out, and take care guys. See you later. Bye-bye.